Can my inappropriate husband pull a joke out from a show on Disney Plus? I learned recently that yes, he can. I have a 5-year-old who loves Bluey. Honestly, name a little kid that doesn't love Bluey. You can't. Anyway, my son and I are cozied up on the couch and he's scrolling through to find all his favorite episodes. He loves the one with unicorns, the dunny. Dunny, how you guys say potty in Australia? I don't know. And the one where Bluey is 2 different swim instructors. I mean, I love me some Bluey. My husband sees us over on the couch and he comes over and takes a seat. He goes, "Hey, what are you guys watching?" My sweet little 5-year-old goes, "Bluey, Daddy. Do you want to watch with us?" And my husband goes, "Sure. Which one are you going to pick next?" And my son rolls across one that he likes and he says, "This one!" And he lands on an episode called Muffin Unboxing. And my husband goes, "Muffin unboxing. I'm going to do that later tonight." Bluey, why do you have to come for Bluey? Poor little Muffin's just trying to become a YouTube star, and I got this guy over here making dirty jokes. And now I can't unsee the connection. Damn it. Well, inappropriate Disney husband is going back to back this weekend. And I'm not going to lie, this one made me laugh hard. My son's hanging out on the couch with a little snacky snack watching Dumbo today. Side note, if you're a mom, I highly recommend not watching Dumbo. The scene when the mom elephant is locked away from the baby is brutal, especially if you're about to start your period. Anyway, I digress. My husband and I are both standing at the island in the kitchen and we hear the scene where the train is starting to go up the mountain. And if you don't know how the movie goes, this train's trying to get up the mountain. It's going, "I think I can, I think I can, I think I can." And when it gets over the hump, it goes down and says, "I thought I could, I thought I could, I thought I could." So my husband looks up from his phone and he goes, "That sounds just like you." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He assumed he was going to come for me for being short when I try to reach for something high up and I struggle. But that's not where he went. He goes, "It sounds like you when we're in the bedroom." I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. I thought I could, I thought I could, I thought I could. I died. He called my ass out. But any couple's gonna tell you that that's accurate as fuck. I'm still laughing. Inappropriate husband comment made it to the dinner table last night. Now my son has a brand new saying that I hope he never shares with his friends. My kids recently started Jiu-jitsu, so we were talking about how class went that night. You know, what moves they were learning and all that kind of stuff. And my husband asks our son if he learned any takedowns yet. And my son goes, "Nope, not yet." Since I'm always the one that takes them to class, I explained to my husband that they do everything in little steps, slowly, so they can learn body awareness. My son's like, "What's body awareness?" So I explained to him that it's like knowing where all the parts of your body are in space and time. Like I was a cheerleader, so I learned body awareness by going upside down and jumping and flipping and doing all that kind of stuff. And my husband goes, "You don't need gymnastics to have body awareness. Do you know where your dick and balls are?" My son giggling's like, "Yeah?" And Jason goes, "There you go. Body awareness." Of course, a 10-year-old kid is gonna think that's funny. And he goes, "Yeah, Mom, I've got dick and balls awareness. I'm good." Cool. Glad we settled that tonight. You know, just another wholesome family dinner. Wouldn't be a weekend without an inappropriate husband story, so I have 3 for you. This all happened in a matter of 24 hours, just in case you're wondering how quickly my husband is slinging these zingers. Jason was on the couch watching college football last night, and the kids were coming in to say goodnight. A Papa John's commercial comes on. My 5-year-old goes, "Oh, I love pizza." And my husband goes, "Oh yeah, love me some Papa Jizzles." Now my kids call it Papa Jizzle, so there's that. This next one was at the pumpkin farm today. Got this whole play area for kids with logs for them to walk on and stumps to jump on and tractors to climb on and all that kind of shit. Even have a little quick service spot with food and drinks. In front of this whole situation, there's a giant rooster statue. Our 10-year-old says, "Oh look, a giant chicken!" And my husband goes, "That's not a chicken, it's a rooster. Did you know another word for rooster is cock?" And my 5-year-old goes, "Oh, a giant cat!" My head hurts. Lastly, we get home from said pumpkin farm and we're going to paint our pumpkins. My 10-year-old is chasing me around with a paintbrush trying to get me with it. And I said, "You better not get me with that or I'm going to come for you later." As you can guess, my husband goes, "Oh good, I'm going to come for you after that." That's a wrap on making core family memories this beautiful fall weekend. Can I make dinner for my family without an inappropriate comment from my husband? No. The answer is no. I was making one of my family's favorite meals, Philly cheesesteak sloppy joes, plus salads because roughage. Anyway, I'm washing lettuce and I asked Jason to grab me the cucumber, the pepper, and the tomatoes from the fridge. He puts it all on the counter for me and he goes, "Hey, feel this cucumber." I figure he wanted me to feel it just in case it was sort of squishy, maybe it might not be good anymore. So I give it a little squeeze and I'm like, "What? It's fine." And he goes, "Does it feel familiar?" I laughed at that one. That was good. Anyway, the first time I made these sloppy joes, I forgot to drain out the fat after I browned the ground beef. So I announced to everybody that don't worry, I didn't forget this time. My 10-year-old goes, what do you mean drain the meat? So I tell him that when you cook ground beef, the fat separates from the meat part and you want to drain it out so your food's not too greasy. My husband goes, don't you worry, your mom really knows how to drain the meat. And then after my 5-year-old takes his first bite, he goes, you're really good at draining the meat, Mommy. Oh my God. Here I am trying to make a home-cooked, nutritious meal for my family, and this is the thanks I get. #blessed, I guess.